Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Cloud Soldier. My name is Cash, and let me introduce myself. I'm an Azure architect and I've been working in IT for last 25 years and very enthusiastic about technology. I've started my journey from Windows 3.1 and carry on. I don't want to waste your time, so the good news is that we are starting a new series which is on AZ-104. This is for Azure Administrator Associate Administrator exam, which is called AZ-104. So in in this video, what I will be going through, I will be explaining that how I'm going to proceed with this course and exam, so we can prepare for you. So I've like converted into a different subjects, different topics. So first of all, introduction. Then we'll be starting with Azure. Then we'll talk about deploying and manage Azure. So up to all these modules. So what I've done, so for example, if I go to my introduction and open this, and what I'll do, I will also upload my GitHub repo where you see all the PDF and design for this course. And now we are talking about how this course will be structured. Basically, I'm using this a Notion.so. It's a like a management tool, like a project management. I'm really fan of this. It helps me to complete my task and anything. Like I've got all these exams and anything. I just follow it accordingly. So we'll discuss this in another video. I've got, as usual, my student with me, Omar. How are you, Omar? Good. Good, thank you, thank you. As you know, like we are starting this AZ-104. The reason we are doing it, as you know, that we have completed our other series, AZ-400, which is deploy and developing Azure DevOps. But to pass the exam, we need to have we need to pass this exam AZ-104. AZ-104 is like of intermediate level. So for example, if I go to this link, I will put all these links in the description, so don't worry about it. So if you go to this exam, will be called Microsoft Certified Azure Administrator Associate. So if you go to this link, as you can see that this is the main page, which I just mentioned. So this is for intermediate level. Role will be administrator. As we know, we are doing Azure. So you can jump onto these links, prepare for the exam, practice for the exam, take the exam, renew your certification if you have passed anywhere. So this is just an overview. So we'll be learning in this journey virtual networks, storage, compute, identity, security, governance. So prerequisite is that as an Azure administrator, you often serve as a part of a large team dedicated to implementing an organization cloud infrastructure. So when you be working or when you're working for an IT company, so you'll be part of that infrastructure team where you will be implementing and supporting these services as an infrastructure or cloud engineer. You will also coordinate with other roles if you have, so like the prerequisite, the reason for so important to do this 104 because you can coordinate for other teams such as who are responsible for networking, security, database, application development, and DevOps solution, which you have done earlier. You should be familiar with operating systems, networking, what is server and client infrastructure, what is virtualization. In addition, you should have experience with PowerShell, Azure CLI, Azure Portal, Resource Manager templates, ARM templates, and Microsoft Entra ID. And I'm sure, Omar, you all familiar with this. Yes, so it's like a piece of cake for you. So when you prepare for this exam, Omar, as you know that we'll be covering these topics: manage Azure identities and governance, implement and manage storage, deploy and manage storage compute resources, implement and manage virtual networking, monitoring and maintaining Azure resources. So you can also do practice from Microsoft website. You can see that training discourse, all the modules over there. So this is the a link for that one. So if we go back to our topic again, so there is an official guide, official IAL, official guide. So if I click this link, what I'll do, I can also share this uh, as a like I can publish this as a website. So you can see we can publish that as full access to copy link and as a website, so you can publish that. See, so you can publish the whole course, and you guys can watch it and follow that. In another video, once we have time, I'll show you how to use Notion. It's really quite good stuff. So if you go to our official study guide, you can see that when I click that link, this is we are study guide for exam AZ-104 Microsoft Azure Administrator, and it gives you all. So these are the skills measured as of October 26, 2023 from last year. Yeah, so this is quite latest course we are doing it because all the other videos you'll find on YouTube, they're quite old and there are different UI user interface on Azure, so you get confused. Lots of settings when you go and deploy, you get confused what to do. So that's why I'm starting from the beginning, so you understand exactly what we are doing and don't get confused when you implement in our portal. So as you know that we should be familiar, like we discussed earlier. So these are the skills at glance, and so instead of starting from manage Azure identities and governance and storage, what we'll do, we'll start from this topic. So we can have a proper flow. Deploy and manage Azure compute resources. And then after that, we follow on the other modules. So each module is telling you that in exams you get 20 to 25% questions. So from Entra ID, it used to be called like in on-premises Azure Active Directory. Now they call it Entra ID. Yeah? So we'll learn all these topics. Then we have so these are the part of this module. Then we have this storage. Then we have that. This is the one we'll start from. As you can see, automate deployment of resources by using Azure Resource Manager, ARM templates, or bicep files. If you remember, we have done in Azure AZ-400 how to use ARM templates. It's just a method of deploying resources via using a code. Because Azure is the backbone of the Azure is based on ARM, which is Azure Resource Template, and but it's to be honestly, it's a little bit like uh, complicated. I really not struggle. I prefer Terraform, but for this exam we have to learn it. So for that reason, they have upgraded from instead of people using ARM template, you can use Bicep. It is quite similar to Azure, Terraform, but Bicep is only for Azure. But as you know that Terraform is like for multi-cloud platforms such as GCP, like AWS, and all other platforms you can use. But Bicep is quite declarative, very user-friendly, and you can use to deploy your basically it interpret an Azure resource template to a Bicep file. It's quite similar. So there are tools. You have got an ARM template you can convert into Bicep and Bicep into ARM templates. It's very interesting. We'll study that. And then we'll be doing manage containers in that. Then we can configure Azure App Services, virtual networking 1520. It's very interesting, and you have done lots of them already, so you got a good knowledge. We have done load balancing, monitoring. You have done a little bit, so it's very nice course. As soon as we complete this course, we'll book an exam, and then we'll book an exam for our AZ400. So I will conclude this topic over here, and I'll meet you off in our next video. Please, guys, if you like and subscribe, it will really motivates me to create more videos. If it's this okay, please kindly like it and subscribe it, so it will give me passion to create more interesting videos and complete this course. Thank you very much, and see you guys again.